3:39 here on KHTS. He has been called the leader of Fumigation Nation, the Pestis Detectus. It's so difficult I can't even say it. He's Cardon Ellis. I'm flustered right now in his presence. Cardon Ellis, what's happening, man?
Good, dude. I was just thinking. You're the righteous writer of radio, the aristocrat of the airwaves, the sultan of soliloquy, and the ferocious FM Falcon.
Thank you. That's very nice from
I
the
just
Sultan
came up
of
with
Bug
that.
Swatting, the Prince of Pest Control, the Chief Inspection Officer at Unipest. Unipest Pest Control, Santa Clarita's leading pest control company, all organic products. Correct?
That's true. I have nothing left. I only had 4 on my list.
I know. I got 18 more. Ready?
Dude,
I don't.
Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Holy smoke. You beat me. I just thought about this 30 seconds ago, but I will do it before the next time.
I know. I don't want you to be ready like that. I like having the nicknames. I'm the one with the nicknames, not
That's
you.
True. That's true. That's your thing.
All right, Cardon. What's the haps? What's the latest? What's the latest in bug news and pest news around the Santa Clarita Valley?
Oh, gosh. What is raccoons?
How do you get rid of a raccoon?
Oh, well, actually, this is interesting. We aren't licensed to do wildlife removal. I work with wildlife removal people, right? But we can perform the exclusion, meaning sealing up the house so they can't get in. And it's really funny because people, especially in Valencia, get a lot of raccoons. I mean, you see them everywhere in Santa Clarita. You know, they're dipping in and out of the sewage systems. They're crawling all over your trees and your shrubbery. You see them a ton here in Newhall eating the snails as a source of protein. That's another weird thing. They're the ones that eat all the snails. Yeah, you know in the mornings when you see a bunch of empty snail shells?
No.
Oh, like you know how people put ice plants as ground cover on the side of the hills?
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, they get infested like crazy with snails because of all the moisture from the irrigation systems, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, what is escargot for humans? If you ever been to La Chenne, you know, up there on Sierra Highway, and you had escargot, like legit snail French cuisine, right? Raccoons aren't above this. I got video footage of them just literally going to town, finding all the snails, eating them, just munching on them. They love it, dude. The rats and the raccoons love the snails.
Ew.
So they'll infest. We actually usually find infestations by accident oftentimes because people will get such bad fleas. They'll go to a dermatologist and they'll be getting eaten up, and we'll spray their house for fleas or spray their property for fleas, and they're just not going away, which means there has to be a host animal present somewhere.
Right.
And so oftentimes you think it might be rats. So we'll be scouring their attic to find rats, and next thing you know, you're face to face with a raccoon mom and her babies.
They're always with babies, I feel like. It's always a family of raccoons, and the mom is the most protective.
Not quite a family. I'd say like more like a single motherhood kind of thing because the dads are like potheads, and they bounce the first time any kind of stress comes their way. They're just like, whoa, I'm outie, man. See you guys later.
He's the raccoon expert. He would know. He's Cardon Ellis of Unipest Pest Control. Santa Clarita's leading pest control company. You can go to unipest.com. You can also give them a phone call, 661-BUG-75. That's 661-284-7575. Cardon Ellis, you're always making videos, always making tutorial videos. The latest, you did a raccoon removal video.
Oh, it was totally awesome. And it's actually really easy to get rid of them yourself. You don't even sometimes have to hire experts, especially if they're in they oftentimes get in areas where there's a small hole. Like in Valencia, the non-load-bearing decorative beams that are meant to look huge, but they're really hollow.
Right.
Raccoons
the
infest
low-bearing, non-decorative beams.
Yeah, the non-load-bearing decorative beams.
Oh,
yes. Okay, anyway. The things that look like fake columns,
Okay.
know, they oftentimes are just missing a small piece of wood on top, and there provides a 6-inch gap just large enough for them to get in there. Mm-hmm. And so if you seal it up, you don't want to entomb them inside and then have the horrible smell of a rotting carcass, so on and so forth. So you have to scare them out. So it's actually really easy. We just take a radio and we tune it to the local radio station, preferably Aaron De La Torre in the afternoon drive.
Thank you.
And then we turn it up really loud, and we throw it in there. It's actually kind of cool because they get so uncomfortable, the moms do.
Believe me, nothing clears a room out like hearing me on the radio.
No, it's not you. It's the commercials.
Oh.
But no, I'm just kidding. But what happens is they get really frightened. They don't like the noise. Actually, I shouldn't say frightened. I should say irritated. And it's kind of crazy, but just like humans, when they're about to have their first baby, like, the about to become mom and dad will practice, like, what's the shortest route to the hospital, like they'll have their bags packed.
They have their go bag.
Their go bag ready for, when the woman's water breaks and we got to go to the emergency room and so on and so forth to deliver this baby. But raccoons, whenever she sets up a nesting site, instinctually, she has an alternate nesting site. So if something's irritating her in her first nesting site, then they'll automatically take the babies out that night, one by one, to the alternative nesting site, and she will remove herself and her children for you for free with no charge.
Wow.
So you tape a radio in there and you're good.
I love how you're like, you don't have to call anybody to remove your raccoons. Yeah. People don't want to deal with raccoons. That's why you're in business, Cardon.
Oh, dude, I am a huge fan of making these DIY videos because for every 9 out of 10 that try, 9 out of 10 people that try just realize how hard or how gross the job is, and they just end up calling me.
Are you a picky eater at all? I mean, you talk about eating escargot. You're constantly dealing with pests, with bugs. Do you eat anything?
You know what? I am on record and on video as having finished my burrito while cleaning up carcasses of dead squirrels. Yeah, I actually have done that. You get deadened to certain things. I'm sure, but cops are the same way.
No.
Like detectives,
Cardon.
they can leave a crime scene, and then just say, I want to go have lunch, right? You just get used to it, man.
Do you have a lot of hand sanitizer on deck or what?
Oh, tons. I like bathing that stuff.
Oh,
dude.
my God. Dude.
I'll give you some.
He has been called the grossest man in Santa Clarita. He's the leader of Fumigation Nation. He is the Chief Inspection Officer. That is his actual title. He's Cardon Ellis of Unipest. Santa Clarita's leading pest control company. From eco-friendly residential pest control, if you have a business, they do eco-friendly and organic commercial pest control as well. They do termite control with orange oil. Whether you have bed bugs, they do heat treatment, beehive removal, which is more popular than you'd think around the Santa Clarita Valley.
It's crazy right now, yeah.
Bird barriers, escrow termite inspections and termite repair, and more. You can also go to the Unipest YouTube channel where Cardon does all these tutorial videos. You can see him eating a burrito right after dealing with some squirrel carcass.
I eat a termite in one of the videos too.
Do you really?
Yeah, I actually eat a termite because they're actually 85% of the world eats insects, bro. And in Africa, they eat a lot of termites. And so I was just thinking, well,
how big
sterile.
is a termite?
Like the size of a large ant. It's weird. It wiggles in your mouth, though. When you eat it until you swallow it, it's wiggling. So that's kind of weird.
Oh, you just picked it up and you ate it?
Yeah, it was kind of, they were there. We busted the wood open, so it was clean. I just said, I want to see what it's like.
Fresh termite.
Yeah, dude, legit. Well, they fry them, they cook them, they bake them, they do all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, but you ate it raw, you sicko.
Well, that's what's it called? Sushi is, man.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get on with it. It's international, bro.
I guess. He's Cardon Ellis of Unipest. I don't know if you attracted business or if people are turned off by you from this, but if you want some more information, look, they're on Yelp, 101 reviews. So the proof is in the pudding. 5-star review, 5-star, 5-star out of all of these 101 reviews. Go check that out on Yelp. Go to unipest.com for more information and give them a call, 661-284-7575, and good with the dial. That's 661 Bug 7575. Cardon, thanks for coming in. I'm going to shake your hand after this interview, but then I will for sure be going straight to the bathroom to wash it right after.
Good idea, man.
3:48, time for a quick break. Traffic on the 8's coming up.